Okay, so pleasant good night again to everyone who'll be watching this live session. Welcome to Early to CXC, another session we're going to be doing, crash course, and it's going to be based on May, June 2024. We all know the exam is tomorrow, and, we're going to do a rapid response session tonight. Okay, so again, my name is Mr. Khan, and I will be doing this session this evening. So we're going to look at question 1, -3 squared and -2 squared. -3 squared is 9, and -2 squared is 4, and 9 add 4 will be 13. So that is D there. And tonight we're going to try to do under a minute per question. Question 2, what's the value of the digit 6 in the number 48.621? 6 belongs to your tenths column. So that will be 6 over 10 as B. Okay. And number 3, one number when added to 1 1/3 gives 2. If I subtract 1 from 2, you'll get 1. And if I subtract 1/3 from 1, that remains, I will get 2/3. If I had 2 cakes and somebody went and eat 1 cake and 1/3 of the other, obviously you remain with 2/3 of a cake uneaten. All right, so that's B as in bat. Number 4, the next term in the sequence, 1, 6, 13, 22, 33, blank is. Difference between 1 and 6 is 5. Difference between 6 and 13 is 7. Between 13 and 22 is 9. Between 22 and 33 is 11. So the next one, you're adding 13 to the 33. And, 13 add 33 will give me 46. That's C. Number 5, what's the least number of apples that can be shared equally among either 6, 10, or 15 children? Fed up do this question, class. I want you all to know that LCM of these 3 numbers is 30. Do I have to spend much time on that? That's something we should know by now. Is the lowest number that all 3 can go into. That's B. Number 6, certain amount of money is shared among Jay, Troy, and Jordan in the ratio 2 to 3 to 9. If Troy received $40 more than J, then the amount of money shared is. So the difference between Troy and J is $40. That is, in other words, the difference between the shares 2 and 3 will give you $40. So that means 3 minus 2 is 1 share. So if 1 share, all right, 1 share equal $40. How much shares do we have in all? 2 add 3 add 9. That's 5 and 9 is 14 shares. So 14 shares obviously is 40 by 14. And I think we could figure that's 560, right? Very easy. I just really need to show you all that one. So that's 560 there. That's D as in dog. Number 7, P is 2357, Q is 236, S is 245. What's P? Union Q, union S. As you know, union means you're adding or you're bringing everything together. You do not repeat numbers. So when you're bringing this together, you do not put 2 3 times. It just be 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, and 7. So bringing all of them together, you will get D. So we're doing good so far. Item A refers to the following Venn diagram. Shaded region represent. You can see everywhere is shaded but the intersection. So P intersect Q would be here, but the complement would be everywhere else is shaded. So B is the answer for this one, where everywhere is shaded but the intersection point. So complement would refer to that. So that's B. Number 9, the elements of the set X such that X is less than or equal to 10, but 6 is less than X, where X is an integer R. So between 6 and 10, but including 10, will be what? 7, 8, 9, and 10, because you're going up to 10, but you're not including the 6, right? X is more than 6. So that's C. Number 10 refers to the following information. Set M is PQR, set N is PQ, which are the following statements about M and N is true. Now, if you notice, if you bring them together, if you have a union between them, you'll basically get back M. So M union N will give you back M. All right, if you bring them together, you will get back PQR, which is actually M. All right, so that's B as in bat. Number 11. Did this question before. I think it was yesterday. Students in a class play Scrabble or checkers or both. So there's only 3 options. 36% of the students play Scrabble only. 40% of them play checkers only. What percentage of students play both games? Now 36 and 48, right? You will get 84, and 84 from 100% would equal the amount of students that play both games. 86% when you add it from 100% will give you 16%. So 16% play both games. That's B as in bat. Item 24, the following Venn diagram, which shows the universal set U, 2 sets T and C that represent the students in a class who play tennis and chess. See how many students play tennis but not chess. The amount of students who play tennis but not chess will be Ali, Alex, Tom, and Kayla. Those 4 students play tennis but not chess because they're not in the chess circle. So that's 4 students. That's C. 13. Dress which costs $180 is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is 10% of any figure. You just drop the 0 at the end. 10% of 180 will be $18. That requires nothing, right? To work out. That's C. Number 14, EC 250 is equivalent to 1 US, then 25 EC in US is. This is just 10 times this. So if it's 10 times, I just go 10 times on this. That'll give me what? 10 US dollars. So you didn't have to know much maths to figure that one out. This is 10 times this, so just 10 by 1 to get you $10 US. Easy stuff. That's B. 15, for every sale amounting to $1, salesman is paid 10 cents as commission. If his sales for a particular month was 1,020, how much commission was he paid? Well, just fine. 10 cents for every dollar, come like 10% of every dollar. Because 10 cents come like 10% of a dollar, because dollar is 100 cents. So think about it like this. I just find 10% of this. I just drop the 0 and you get $102. 10% come like 10 cents of a dollar. So 10% of this, you get 102. Easy stuff, that's C. Man's basic wage for a 40-hour week is $160. He is paid overtime at the rate of 1.25 times the hourly rate. If he works 6.5 hours overtime, his wage for that week is. So we're going to do a little bit of math for that one. So down here, I will say this, that 160 divided by 40 will give you $4 per hour. That's your basic. So overtime is 1.25, which is 514, multiplied by $4 to give you $5 per hour. That's overtime. Six and a half hours, or 6.5 multiplied by $5. Right? So 5 5s are 25, 6 5s are, so that get you $22.50. That's overtime. And what will be the total wage? So total quickly would be a 160. Add your 32.5 to give you 192.50. Yeah. Just saying. So that would be D. $17, television set costs $350. Board and hire per deposit is $35 is required. followed by 12 monthly payments of $30 each. How much money saved by paying card? Did this question before. You multiply 12 by 30 to get 360. 360 add 35 is 395. So the amount saved will just be a 395 minus a 350. All right, just make it out fast, and you get what? $45, right? That's the easy stuff. At the end of the year, a car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. The car was worth $9,500 in December, then was its value in Jan of that same year. So we need to understand something. You say car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. So the beginning of the year, you start with 100%. 100% come like, why? We do not know the value of the car in Jan. In December, it's 9,500. But that'll be 95% because it dropped by 5%. So 95% equal 9,500. So you cross multiply y by 95 equal 100 by 9,500. This one we do have to do a little bit of working, unfortunately. So y will be what? 100 by 9,500 divided by 95. And keeping it simple, cross out the 95, so you get 100 by 100, which is what? $10,000. All right, cool. Right. So 10,000 will be what? See? Number 19. Loan of 15,000 was repaid in 24 equal monthly installments of $750. Total interest paid as a percentage of the principal was. So if it is, I multiply 24 by 750, working that out, and just doing a little calculation, you get 18,000. So the amount we paid is 18,000. You want the interest? Okay. So the interest as a percent. What is your difference? It will be what? 3,000, 18,000 minus 15,000 is 3,000. So it's 3,000 divided by 15,000. Multiply by 100%. So I will be what? Cross out the zeros. 3 into 15 has 5. That'll give you 20%. Cool. So that is actually D as in dog. 20. At a sale discount of $3 off the original price was offered for each book. Daniel paid $46 for 2 books. That means it's what? 23 for 1. That had the same sales price. What was the original cost of one of the books? So if it is that it's $46 for 2 books, and let me just make sure the discount was offered. Okay. So if it's 46 divided by 2 is 23. And that had a discount of $3 off. You had to add back 3 to the 23 to get $26. The $23 would have represented the discounted price of the book. So the original cost would have been $3 more, which would be $26, right, before the discount was taken. Number 21, 3x squared by 3x cubed. 3 2s are 6, and you add the powers on top. 2 add 3 is 5. You get 6x to the power 5. That's A. So we enter the algebra side. 5 into y minus equal 3 into y plus 4, what y is. So I may have to do some stuff here. So I'm going to multiply 5 by everything. What will you get? You'll get 5y minus 5 by 2 is what? 10. Equal to what? 3 by y is 3y. Plus what? 3 by 4 is what? 12. Carry the 3y across, it'll be 5y minus 3y is 2y. Carry minus 10 across become plus 12 add 10 is 22. So y will be what? 22 divided by 2 to give you 11, right? Simple. Get D. Again, we're trying to keep each question possibly under a minute. 23, 7 times the product of two numbers A and B may be written as. Product of two numbers A and B would be AB, and 7 times that'd be 7AB. So that's B. 24, given that 3 asterisk 6 is 3, 2 asterisk 4 is 0, then A asterisk B is. I can tell you all some questions like this. It's better to try and go through each one and see which one is right than trying to figure it out on your own. So let me just see if I could try this quickly. 4 into B minus A. 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 3s are 12. So I guess this will not work. 2A plus B, let's see. 2 3s are 6. No. 6A minus B. 6 3s are 18. Minus no. So that'll be A squared minus B. 3 3s are 9. Minus 6 is 3. And with this one, where A is 2, it'll be what? 2 squared is 4. And 4 minus 4, which is B, will give you what? 0. So you can see here the answer is A. This again, this will be 3 squared minus 6 will give you 3, which is correct. With here, A come like 2. 2 squared are 4. 4 minus 4 give you 0. 25. X equal minus 2. Y is 3. T is 3. Then what's X on Y power T? This will come like minus 2 over 3. That's minus 2/3 to the power 3. Well, minus 2 to the power 3. 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. So you get minus 8 come minus 1, minus 1, minus will get you minus 8. 3 to the power 3 will get you 27. So the answer is B as in bat, right? Again, we're going rapid response tonight. 26, 1 over 3 to the power 2 is 9. Value of X is. This one I may have to do though. If I put the 3 on top, with the power, you get 3 to the power minus 2x because, you know, you're trying to put it on top to get rid of reciprocal. You have to put a minus sign. 9 come like 3 squared. So by comparison, I could say minus 2x, which are the powers, equal to 2, right? So what X will be? X will be 2 divided by minus 2, which is minus 1. So that is the answer there. A is 1 3 minus 3 3 0 5. Then 3A is just multiply 3 by everything. So let's get you what 3. So you don't know B and D wrong. 3 3s are 9. 3 by minus 3 is minus 9. So I don't have to do the rest. You don't see it's easy answer. To the determinant of 2 by 2 identity matrix is identity matrix 1 0 0 1. All right. Determinant will be 1 by 1 minus 0 by 0. That should give you 1. Remember, identity matrix is 1 0 0 1. If I just do something fast, it'll be 1 0 0 1 is the identity. And oh wow, that's trying to. And if you get the determinant, 1 by 1 is 1 minus 0 by 0 0. So 1 minus 1 by 1 is 1. 1 minus 0 give back 1. So good. Moving on. '29. P equal 3 7 Q is minus 2 5. Vector P minus Q is represented by what? 3 minus minus 2 come like 3 add 2, which is 5. And then 7 minus 5 is 2. So it's 5 and 2. That's C. Identity for in parallelogram, WXYZ. Any parallelogram, XY is U, XW is V, R is the midpoint of YZ. Okay. Our W expressed in terms of U and V is. So RW is this. Again, bear with me. All right. So RW could come like RZ at ZW. RZ is half of YZ. That's half of V. So it come like half V. Add ZW, which would be what? Minus U, because ZW is going this way. All right, which is opposite to U, so it'd be minus U. So really I have V minus U, which would be what? That would be A, okay? That's A. Cool. Sorry about this squiggly thing. All right, to T1. 1 millimeter is 1,000 meter. We know that 2,500 millimeters in meters. We just simply divide by 1,000. Imagine you point here and you move it 3 places to your left, you get 2.5. And that should be easy for everybody. Length of the edge of a cube that has a volume of 27 cm cube. What will get 27? That's 3. Because you know volume of a cube is side by side by size. So 3 by 3 by 3 get 27, right? So the side is 3. Perimeter of a square is 48. What's its area? If perimeter of a square is 48, each side will be what? 48 divided by 4 is 12. So each side is 12, so what will be the area? Area will be 12 by 12, because side by side will give you what? 144. That's what D. 34. Diagram, trapezium, PQRS. We could see it. Has an area 65 cm squared. Height each is. So we need to do some manipulation here. All right, so area is 65. So 65 is equal, formula is half into A plus B. A is 8. B is 18 by your height. Cut that across, that'll become 2 by 65, and that'll be equal to 130. Equal to what? 8 by 8 plus 18, sorry, is 26. 26 by H. So we all know H would be 130 divided by 26. And what will that be? So obviously it will be 5 is equal to H, okay? So easy stuff there. So that's C. So you're doing fairly good for time. 35 refers to the following diagram, which shows a sector of a circle AOB. Angle AOB is 60. Radius OB is R units. Length of the arc AB. Length of the arc is the angle over 360 by pi r by 2 pi r. So it's 60 over 360. I may have to do working for this one by 2 by pi by r. 60 over 360 is 1 on 6. 1 on 6 by 2 will give you a 1 on 3 by pi by r is equal to the length of the arc. Right, good. So that's what? That's A, right? Identify for the following diagram, which shows a compound shape made up of a rectangle, 2 identical semicircles, 1 on either side. Area of the compound shape in terms of pi is. So that's going to be a little iffy. We have a lot of work to do here. So I will say immediately that the 2 half circles will make 1. So I just find the area of 1 circle and add it to the area of a rectangle. So area of a circle will be pi by r, and what will r come like? If here is 15 from 27, that will give you 7, which is kind of weird. 7 7 divided by 2 will be 3.5. So each radius is 3. So here's 3.5, here's 3.5. Did I say 7? I made an error. Sorry about that. 15 from 27 actually is 12. My bad. So it's 12, and the radius will be 12 divided by 2. That'll be what? 6. All right, so radius is 6. So that's the area of the circle. An area of the rectangle will be 15 by what? If the radius is 60 diameter, it'll be 12. So that's 15 by 12. Okay. So let's get you 36 pi. 15 by 12. Let's see. 15 by 10 is 150. 15 by 2 is 30. 150 add 30 will be 180. Essentially, you'll get 180 at 36 pi. So this one requires a little more work in 36 pi. What can we pull out? Can we pull out 36? 36 is common. 36 into 180 is 5. And 36 into 36 pi remain with pi. Yeah, there you go. So that took a little longer, but we're done there. The answer is B. 37. A rectangle is 40 cm squared. If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is halved, the area will be what? If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is halved, half by 4, half by 4 is 2. So basically the area is just doubled. So you double 4 to get you what? 80, right? That's C. 38. Compound shape, restaurant square set. Fed up do this. That's 5, and here is 5. Total area is 35 is the height of the triangle. So we given some work tonight. So total area, that's what? 5 by 5 is the area of the square. Plus height by base on 2. The height we do not know. The base is where the restaurant on will also be 5. Right? Divided by 2. All that will give you 35. So 5 5s are 25. 25 from 35 will be 10. So h by 5 divided by 2 give you 10. Carry 2 across, multiply 2 by 10, you get 20. So h by 5 would give you 20, and h would essentially be 20 divided by 5, which is what? 4 cm. Okay, so it did require some working. Because at time, you know, I trying to keep it legit. So yeah, that's B. 39, 40, before frequency distribution. Should average mass kg a group of children in a school, you're seeing it. Number of children who have a mass of at least 41 kg is. Mass of at least 41 kg. The number of children will be what? 12 add 38. That will be 50 add 20, get you 70. All right, so 70 children. Lower limit of the modal class is. The modal class is the one with the highest frequency. Highest frequency is 38. This is the modal class. The lower limit would be what? It would be 50.5. You subtract 0.5, that's a 0.5 correction. So you minus 0.5 from the lower limit. Well, I'm thinking on that. I still feel, you know, class limits, class boundaries, you know how it goes. All right, so I will go with 50.5 for now. I will come back to that to make sure. So let's bear with me with that one. All right. Cool. 41. Ms. Clark arranged the 15 test scores of a student in order of science, selected the 8th score, which I for instance measures that Ms. Clark obtained. That is your median halfway through 15. 7.5 approximately 8. So that's your median. That's D. 42. Pie chart drawn to scale. Seen before and used for 12 hours in studying English, math, French, and geography. The amount of time spent studying maths is approximately what? So the amount of time spent studying maths, wow, that look like 90 degrees. That look like a quarter. It looked like it. What's a quarter of 12? That'd be 3, right? So it's approximately that, not exactly that. 43, mean of the four numbers, 4, 8, x, and 12 is 10, then x is, well, let me be real. Right, if I add all of them and divide by 4, I'll get x. So I'm gonna do this fast now. So 4, add 8, add x, add 12, all divided by 4 will give me 10. And let me make this fast. 4 add 8 is 12. 12 add 12 is 24. So 24 add x would equal to what? 4 by 10 is 40. So what x would be? Simple. 40 subtract 24 is what? 16. Easy stuff. Right? Just felt you need to show that. So that's D. Refer to the following table, which shows the responses of 100 persons from two ethnic groups P and R to a survey about their attitude toward maths. We are seeing it here. Respondent is selected at random. What is the probability that I select the respondent is of an ethnicity P? All right. Has a positive attitude towards maths. Ethnicity P, positive attitude towards maths. 25. 25 over 100, correct total amount. 25 over 100 is 0.25. That's what, A? 45, try following diagram best illustrates a function. Function can be 1-to-1 or many-to-1. This is 1-to-many, that's wrong. 1-to-1 would work. B is working. This is 1-to-many wrong. 1-to-many wrong. So the answer is B. Function is either 1-to-1, many-to-1, not 1-to-many. Right? All the rest are wrong. 47, 47, 44 in that graph, sorry, are the straight line AB. Point where the straight line AB crosses the horizontal axis is. So when it crosses the horizontal axis, essentially, that'll be 3. 3 comma 0, that's A. That's pretty straightforward though. 47. Equation of straight line AB is. So we had to get the gradient. All right, so we're gonna do that now. What is the gradient of that line? So gradient, that's M. M is your change in Y over your change in X. The change in Y, if I make this triangle here, your change in Y will be what? That'll be 2, and now what's your change in X? It'll be 3. So it's 2 blocks over 3 blocks. We could do it like that. We could do the long way. The short way is 2 on 3 for now. So Y equal mx plus c. It'll be 2/3 by x. C is your y-intercept, which is what? -2. So that's what? C, right? Just saying. So we're doing fairly good for time. I think we're going super tonight, actually. 48. Coordinates of the maximum point of the function y equal 4x minus x squared r. Maximum point will be what? 2, 4. Yeah, that's A. Equation of the axis of symmetry of the quadratic function is. Axis of symmetry is going through here. That's x equal 2. So that's A. Class, hold on. I don't know why I'm right. Why is it not allowing me to shade? Right. 50. G of x is 7x minus 3 on 5. What's G inverse of minus 2? Well, I had to find G inverse of x. That's when you let G of x, which is y, make it now x. So x would be, I just switching it one time, we go to what? 7y prime, which is A inverse over 3 divided by 5. And we make y prime the subject. Carry the 5 across, that'll be 5x. Carry the matrix. And, you know, so it'll be 5x, what? Plus 3. And then you divide by 7. So 5x plus 3 divided by 7 is your y prime. And then we substitute minus 2 into it. So it'll be 5 by minus 2 is minus 10. Add 3. All divided by 7. So if I had to just spend a little time with this one, because you all know how that could be talking out one out, right? Minus 10 add 3 is minus 7. Minus 7 over 7 is minus 1 is equal to y prime. Okay, so it was a little bit trying, but we got it. That is B as in bat. All right, and going down 51, the parking lot charges $1 plus 25 cents for every hour or part thereof in which a vehicle is parked. Okay, that's your fixed charge. Function C of each that represent parking costs is, it will be obviously the dollar plus 0.25 by each. And that'll be what, C? 52, range of f of x to x cubed for the domain is, range is your highest minus your lowest. If I substitute minus 2 into this, that'll get you minus 8. I put 2 into here, you get 8. Minus 1 into here, you get minus 1, because minus 1 cube is minus 1. 0 cube is 0. 1 cube is 1. You get D, essentially. Very straightforward. Some of the interior angles are polygons. 4 right angles, polygon is. 4 right angles is 360 degrees. The sum of a quadrilateral internal angles will give you 360, okay? Any four-sided figure, sum of its interior angle is 360 degrees. I think we know that. So that's D. Item 54, 44 in diagram, right angle triangle above, which trigonometric ratio is equal to 4 and 8. Sine of x is opposite over hypotenuse, so it'll be 4 and 8, so it's sine x. That's straightforward. 55. Value of x is isosceles. 30 add 30 is 60. 60 from 180 is 120. I'm not going to type for that. I think people could understand that one, you know. 56, length of MO. 3 is half of 6, so MO be half of 7, which is what? 3.5, that's C. 57, translation by which AB is mapped onto A prime, B prime. If I look at 4, 6, and I'm going to 2, 5, you will notice that I gotta go, basically 4 minus 2 is 2, and 6 minus 5 is 1. But if I'm going the next way from A to A prime, you know, you're adding 2 to the 2 to get 4, you're adding 1 to the 5 to get 6. So you're adding 2, 1. Okay, and you will get A prime. You add 2, 1 with this, and you will also get B prime. That's A. 58. What's the scale factor, the enlargement? If this is 2 blocks and this is 4 blocks, 4 over 2 will give you 2. And it's not minus 2 because it's an enlargement, not a shrink. It's not shrinking. So that's D as in dog, 59. F is 25 meters from E, yeah. Then the distance FG is what? What is FG? If here is 30, here also come like 30. So here is 30, and I think tan 30 would be opposite over adjacent. So I'm just saying here, tan 30 degrees would be opposite, which is 25 over adjacent, which is FG. And if I carry FG here and carry tan 30 below, I'll get FG equal essentially to 25 over tan 30 degrees, which is E. Last one. I fed up do this question with surveyor. What the height of the building? That's this. What I need to do is get this distance and then just add it to 1.6. All right, so to get this height, let's say I call this Y for now. What I could say is tan 40 is Y over the adjacent, which is what, 12? So tan 40 is Y over 12. And Y will be what? Chi 12 across to get 12 by tan 40 would equal to Y. And if you want the whole height, it'll be Y add 1.6. So let's call the whole height H. Whole height H will be what? 1.6 add Y, which is 12 tan 40. And what do you think that'll be? That'll be A, right? Wow. I can't believe we done that paper tonight. We had finished it under considerable time. You know, I hope you all were able to understand, what was done here tonight. And I wish you all the best in all your exams tomorrow, especially when we all know with maths, that it could be somewhat, trying at times, but I guess we were able to get through this tonight. So good. Students, I will have to thank you all for being great. And again, if you want to subscribe to Early to CXC on YouTube, yeah. Subscribe or like and subscribe. Okay, so thank you again. And this has been a great session. Okay, so do take care. I wish you all the best tomorrow in your exams.